Welcome to Entertainment Plus. I'm Jan Waldman, and my guest today is Giovanni Alabiso. Welcome, Giovanni.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. This is great.
I'm glad to have you. Giovanni is a jack of all trades. He does many different things, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. So why don't we start with your business, the Salem Historical Tours?
Well, you know, I started just doing tours for the woman who owned it, and then last year she wanted to retire. She sold me the business, so
Nice.
we do historical tours, do ghost tours as Haunted Footsteps, and we do them, you know, throughout the summer, throughout the fall. And kind of closed now for the season.
Yes.
But
Now, we went on a little trip with you, and
Yes,
we
you
took a
did.
tour, brought our cameras. And can you tell me a little bit about the Salem Witch Tour? That's the one we were on.
yeah, that's
was-
a great tour. It's a real popular tour.
It was fun.
Everyone in the country knows Salem for witches, and there's so much other things here. But we love doing the tour, and it's like and there's so much information, bringing people around to different sites, where stuff used to be, and talking about what happened there, the people, and we get into some real details and tell some stuff that other people don't know, and it's like goes well beyond the did you burn witches thing, and it's like we didn't burn anyone, we hanged everyone, we were much more civil.
Much more civil. Well, you know, I thought I knew a lot about the Salem Witch Trials until I went on your tour. And I learned so much and was shaming myself that I hadn't done it earlier because I really did learn a lot.
You know, there's a lot of misconceptions through a lot of TV and movies. The big show that's out there right now, a show called Salem, and it's kind of like Twilight but with witches.
Oh, okay.
And it's just so incredibly inaccurate. It's entertaining, but it's inaccurate. So there's a lot of stuff over the years, and we try to correct that. And there's other places do that as well.
Now, how did you feel about Elizabeth Montgomery's statue going up? Because that's so not what Salem is.
Right. I wasn't around when that happened. That was before I started. But, you know, it was done because TV Land, it was just done because they did shoot some of the episodes here. And not too many. I think it was about 3, maybe 5 at the most. So you see a lot of Salem, but that's why it was done. And they didn't want to come here first. That wasn't the first choice. They wanted to go to, I think it's Westport, where the show...
In Connecticut?
In Connecticut,
Okay.
where they were supposedly based, because that's where they lived, and then Darren traveled into New York City.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about the ghost tour you do.
Yeah. We do the ghost tour. We go around to a lot of haunted sites, 17th, 18th century buildings, homes. We go to a cemetery. Or we have different stories at each cemetery, so we go around to all of these. And it's really incredible, some of the stuff that's happened there, and people get pictures, and they get pictures and stuff that's weird. Sometimes it's just lens glare, sometimes it's just something that can be explained, but then there's that like 5% that
So they see things
Nobody.
in the photographs that are
absolutely.
apparitions or something.
Absolutely. We've got some incredible pictures on our website.
I saw one. It was pretty incredible.
And this stuff is not photoshopped. We're not just making this stuff up. It's stuff that people take pictures of, and it's there. And whatever reason, it just comes out when we're there.
Yeah.
You know, it's all energy based. So yeah.
Now, do you do this tour at a specific time of day because it is a ghost tour?
Yeah, we do it at night usually. So
Yeah.
we do it, you know, most nights 8 o'clock. You know, during October we run several more tours. Sometimes off season we run 7 because it gets really cold by 9,
Yes.
10 o'clock.
And it's pitch black at 5, so.
And it's pitch back at exactly. But that's a good thing.
It is a good thing, good
Yeah.
for the tour business. You don't have to work so
Absolutely.
late. Now, do people ever get scared, or do
Yes.
they think, oh my, you know,
Yes,
it's really out there?
I've seen people like young girls, like, you know, standing like, you know, in front and just like each clutching each other, and you know, and it's like
Really?
and just and it's like and I've seen it on my tours, and I've seen it on other tours of my guides that I audit. So it's all good storytelling. It's
Yeah.
about story. It's the story, but the storyteller brings it alive.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
So.
And we did see that with your tour. You are a great storyteller.
Oh, thank you.
Now tell me, you have quite a few tours. Let's go on to another one.
Well, we do a cemetery tour. We go through the cemetery, a TV and movie tour, and it's all the TV and movies shot in Salem over the last, I can actually say over the 100 years. There's one that was shot in the 19th century, a silent one.
Really? In
yeah,
Salem?
It was called Coming Home. Welcome Home. Welcome Home. And it was all the Salem, it was the, let's see, what is it, the 8th, Company H of the 8th Regiment, which is what the armory is. And they were coming back from the Spanish Civil War. And so somebody made a movie, and that was 1899.
Wow.
No, it was just short.
So list some of the other movies we may have heard of.
Well, everyone knows Hocus Pocus.
Right, that's the big one.
Lords of Salem, shot here as well.
Know that one.
Shot in neighboring Peabody. There was American Hustle, shot here.
Oh.
Enjoy, which is the new one coming out by David O. Russell, shot at the Hawthorne Hotel. So
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was shot. They used the ballroom for the wedding scene.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
That's
So Bradley
nice.
Cooper marries Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh.
But
Did
not
you
for real.
Oh, yeah.
I would marry Jennifer Lawrence
Well,
for
most
real.
people would.
Yes,
And I
yes,
would marry, well, my husband may not like that. But
marrying Jennifer Lawrence?
no, well, he
Oh.
wouldn't like that, but if I married Bradley Cooper. So, now, any other movies you can think of that?
Here? I could sell a whole bunch, but I want people to take
Oh,
my
you
tour.
want the tour, right?
Yeah, just come take the tour. I'm not telling you
Right,
everything.
no, you can't give everything away.
No.
You can't. Okay, so now I know you have more tours. So what else do you
Well, all the other tours, we do a general history tour, so it's all the non-witchcraft history.
Okay.
We have
Like about East India?
Yeah, about the
trade
shipping,
and-
the trade, the revolutionary. We have incredible revolutionary history here.
And do you go into the Peabody sisters or the Peabody
Yeah, we talk about
family?
them
or-
a little bit, on different tours. The connection to Hawthorne and the connection to George Peabody, for whom the city of Peabody is named. So,
Right.
guy who donated 1/3 of his money to charity way back, 1800s.
Wow, that's
It
impressive.
was about $8 million. Yeah, something like that.
Do they even have charities set up at that point? You
I
found
don't know,
them.
but it's incredible guy. $8 million back then was like 50 million today.
Yes, it would have been.
Warren Buffett money,
Right.
Bill Gates money. Yeah,
That's interesting. Now, you do a book tour, is that
Yeah.
correct?
we do a book talk, book walk.
Nice.
It's about Hawthorne, but it's also several other authors that have been here. H.P. Lovecraft, talk about Arthur Miller, who of course researched the Crucible here.
Oh.
We do
Did
that.
he spend time here, or can't
Oh,
you
yeah.
give that away?
He was here. The witchcraft documents were over on Federal Street at the time, so he was there. It's the courthouse, not the red one that they're renovating. It's the gray one right on the corner of Washington and Federal, and that's where the documents were. And he spent a lot of time in there going through them. So
Okay.
he was here. A lot of other authors have come through here.
That's nice.
The other we do an African American tour, history
Oh, right,
tour.
I did see that, yes.
There's a ton of African American history here as well.
And that you wouldn't necessarily know.
You wouldn't know.
That was not in the history books as much.
No, and they don't. And and it's like when we've done that tour, we've done. Let's see, what else have we done? We do a religious tour.
The churches.
On the churches.
Oh, the religions were
We've had
interesting.
every religion here, except for a mosque. We haven't had a mosque yet, but we've had the Mormons. We've had we had a Mormon church. We had the Buddhist church was here too, over by Hawthorne's house. So we've had a lot of that.
That's amazing. I wouldn't have guessed
Yeah.
that.
And then an architecture tour.
Do you think it was because of the trade and all the ships were coming in at that time, and that it had a wider reach?
As far as I think they were here primarily because of the transcendentalist movement. I mean, Joseph Smith came here, the prophet, the one who saw Moroni. He came here in 1832 for a total different reason. He was seeking treasure. So
Didn't find it, did he?
well,
Did he?
it didn't work out the way he thought, but they actually have in the Mormons Doctrines and Covenants. It's D&C number 111. And it is all about his visit to Salem and on how God tells him he's going to own Salem.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It didn't work out that way.
No, it didn't.
Didn't work
I
out
think I
that
would have
way.
known that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now, any other tours, or do we cover all of them? You do
I
a lot
think
of
we
them.
covered all of them.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Well, we have to talk a little bit about what else you do. Giovanni and I both act, and we've worked together
You
on
were
a
my
few
wife.
films. I have played his wife
Played
on
my wife.
on Olive Kittredge. We were on a
Yes.
plane together. And
Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
I didn't see it.
Yes.
I'm told I got good FaceTime, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw me, so I didn't see you because I was looking for me.
Oh,
Kidding.
sure.
But so tell me a little bit about your experience in the acting world.
Great experiences. Something that I kind of re-found a passion for. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to do plays, and going back to elementary school, and that's probably the direction I should have gone my whole life. But of course,
Well.
you kind of take different routes and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I love it. I've done reignited with doing improv comedy to stand-up comedy to doing plays. I've done local stuff here at Salem Theater
Nice.
Company.
Well, tell me what are some of the plays you've done in Salem?
The only one I've done there was Reckless.
And who did you play?
I was Tim Timko. Yes, the game show guy.
Oh, that's
So,
good. Very
yeah,
nice.
it was a perfect role for me. It was
Yes.
a lot of fun. And there was, I think it was Mia Farrow was in the movie. And so I was trying to find the movie, but I think that was one that is on VHS, and
Yeah.
I'm never going to find it
Never
ever.
gonna find it, yeah.
But the guy who played Giancarlo Esposito, he was actually played Tim Timko in the movie, and it was like, so Giancarlo and Giovanni have both played Tim Timko. So
There you go. There you go.
It's us Italians. So.
Now, we worked on a movie by the name of Central Intelligence that
Yeah.
you had a really good night. It was a night shoot, and take it away. Tell them what
Yeah,
happened.
I got to be careful. I can't really
Oh, you can't say too much. That's
too
right. I
much.
forgot. The movie's not out yet.
It's
so,
not out yet. It's coming out
but
June
you can
17th.
say what happened to you that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Well, they upgraded me. I got, my hair is a little long. So as you can see, it's not as long as Jan's.
No.
But so it's, they picked me to be a homeless person, and it was so much fun. I got to have a line, and I did a line with Kevin Hart.
And that's a
so
big deal.
it was a big deal, and people
Not to be cast for that. To be
Not to be
just
cast and just
hand-plucked, basically, from the group of us.
and it was great, and they had a lot of fun. The director told me, I saw him at the rap party, and he said it was.
And you were invited to the rap party.
at rap party. I'm
Yeah.
told I'm going to be invited to the premiere, so I don't
Good
know
for
where that
you.
will be, but
You should go.
I'm going to go.
You should.
I will go. Yeah.
Got to
So-
jump at those opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I hope this is the start of many more.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, sometimes you go 5 years, 3 years without something happening. So
That's right.
But
A lot of people say, "Oh, I never do background work. I never," and I have seen this happen before. And I say, you know what? It's not always so bad to do background. Oh, it can be a long night and a long day, and it can be what it is.
Well, there's a
But-
lot of people who, I mean, the movies are fun, and don't get me wrong, they're fun, but a lot of people don't realize how much hard work it really is.
Exactly.
And you're talking 12, 14-hour days, and the production hopes it doesn't get to 16 because then it costs a lot of money for them, for
Right.
unions. But it's like, it's there's so much, and I've been in lines waiting with people who don't know what they're getting into, and they're complaining that they've
Yes.
been in line for half an hour. And it's
This
like,
is nothing.
this is nothing. It's like, just leave now.
Yeah, leave now.
you
Cut your
know,
losses.
Cut your losses. But yeah, and it's a long day, and there's been people that have walked off set.
Yeah,
because,
I've seen it all too.
Yeah.
I've seen it
Yeah.
all too. And we both worked on the movie Joy, which has not yet come out,
Right.
so we can't say too much. But I think we had the same role. I mean, I think we did the same thing that day.
yeah, we did.
And
yeah.
yeah, we got to see
Well,
a
we're
lot
in the
of
trailer.
Bradley.
You're in the trailer.
Yep, I'm in the trailer,
Yeah,
and
I'm in the
and-
trailer, just like this half of my
It
face.
was the back of me in one. I was in. I think I was in both. There were two trailers. I was in both of them. I knew I was in there. I'm not sure anyone else did.
Yeah, I was in the trailer, American Hustle. When the scene my scene they shot in Brookline. I don't know where we, but I'm in there with Amy Adams. Got to talk to Amy Adams, which was awesome. But the scene, a friend of mine, Chemi, and she's standing there, and I do a kind of like this, and the camera's behind me, and I'm wearing a captain's hat, a sea captain hat.
Right.
So kind of like, and somebody on Entertainment Tonight actually said, this guy looks like the ghost of Ernest Borgnine.
Wow, that's a big shout out.
Yeah, that is. I was thinking like, yes, I've been noticed.
And now look at you.
Now look
now
at
you
me.
have a line. And that's
Yeah,
pretty amazing. And then Olive Kittredge did really well too. Not that we had anything to do with it, but we helped.
Yeah, that was great to be part of that.
Yeah, it
it would have
was.
been nice to have a role and stuff.
And
but-
I don't know if you remember, but when we were there that day, Frances McDormand came and ate
yes,
lunch with us.
She ate. Well, I
The
was
actors
sitting
don't
at.
often do that.
No.
And this was unusual. And
It was
she
a small set, and she just
She just got her food. The food was great. And she sat down at the table with all the background people, and that's unusual. I
It
have
might
to
have
tell
been
you.
method because her character in the movie was a real down to earth,
Very down to earth.
character.
Maybe it
so
was. I don't
maybe
know.
that was. She was like, I'm going to eat with the little people.
I don't know, but she was, and she was lovely. And if she would speak to people, and so there are these little perks that, like I stood and stared at the backside of Bradley Cooper for 3 days. How bad is that?
No, that's not too bad. Well, you talk about the little perks. I don't know if you realize this, but I actually had a small role in directing American Hustle.
Did you?
I did, and I didn't get credit for it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I don't want to overshadow David O. Russell. But no, we were at that scene. The scene I was in, and my friend Christian was holding up this bowl. And if you look, this is the scene where Christian Bale walks over and sees Amy Adams with the bracelet, the Duke Ellington on her charm bracelet, and well. My friend couldn't hold the bowl up. It's a 1970s bowl.
Probably weighed a ton.
It weighed a ton, and so David O. Russell was gonna he started looking around like, who can hold this bowl?
Who's got the?
And I'm sitting there, and and I just said, take some vegetables out of the bowl. And as a background person, you're not supposed to speak up.
Oh, you are not.
And so,
especially in front of Mr. O. Russell.
yes, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be kicked off set.
And never work
I'm
again.
Done, never work again for him and maybe someone else in a year. Christian Bale looked at me like, who is this guy? Amy Adams was like, and then the AD, the first AD, and she was a tough woman. She would yell at David O. Russell.
That's
she would
scary.
keep him in line. And she looked at me, and it was just like, it's like, and David O. Russell's like, great idea, and starts taking stuff out. And I was like, oh my God, I'm good.
Yeah. Because
But yeah,
you have to be really
small little directing credit.
Yeah, didn't get it, but oh wow.
That's okay. I'll let him have his moment. He
Yeah.
needs that's his moment.
Now, you did something by the name of fishnet something, and it's
Oh,
like
God.
fishnet nets. I couldn't
Oh
get that
God!
straight.
How'd you find that? I thought I killed all those links.
No, I can find anything.
Oh, well, once it's out there on the internet, that's
Yeah.
it. It was a show.
That was a while ago.
A
wasn't
while
it?
ago,
Yeah.
I used to wear fishnet stockings, parade
No.
around in heels. It's kind of like kinky boots, but just with fishnets.
It's not.
No. That was a fun
Yeah.
show. It was a stage play. We did it in Boston, different locations. It's about a company that has found a way to have the internet run through the ocean, IP packets of protocol, whatever, on fish. And the fish swim around, and this is how you transmit your signal.
Okay.
And I played Jeff Downer.
Jeff Downer, yes.
Jeff Downer. Kind of think Debbie Downer's from SNL.
Yeah.
Her brother. That's kind of like what I was like. And,
Yes, you were.
and the sad thing, well, not sad, but the great thing, and also kind of like making me think thing, is like people said, "You played that so well." It's like, well, am I
that a
just
compliment?
sad? Is that a compliment? Yeah. What?
Yeah.
It's like you were perfect. What? Really? Am I that depressing? But it was a lot of fun. It was a great ensemble cast.
Yeah,
We
I knew a
ran-
lot of people in that. So
We ran for about a year.
you did?
Yeah, it was a long show. We ran.
And what
every
year
week.
was that again?
Oh my God, 2009,
Okay, so a bit
10,
ago. Yeah,
8, I don't know, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Now you have other talents. You also do stand-up.
Oh yeah. I
Tell
do
me about
stand-up.
that. Where have you performed?
Oh, I've been fortunate. I've done a lot of. I started off doing a lot of open mics throughout the area here in Salem as well. But I've done you know, I moved up from that. I don't go to a lot of open mics now. Sometimes just to work on stuff if I've got a show coming up. But I was just did the Beverly Salem Elks fundraiser for the scholarship.
Oh, that's nice.
So I was there with some great comics, but I've done Foxwoods. I've done what else have I done? Calderwood Pavilion.
Okay.
Oh my God, all over.
So a lot.
A lot of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, I can't believe we've talked, and we probably could talk for another forever, and we're going to have to wrap it up for today.
Okay.
But if there is a way people can reach you, or what's a good way to reach you, or to go on your
Sure.
tours, or give any websites that would help people find you, or to
Yeah.
hire you, or to go on your tours.
Hire me, fire me, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So www.giovannialabiso.com, and that's an S, not a Z. And then also there's salemhistoricaltours.com or hauntedfootsteps.com. And there's all emails on there. You can send me an email through that if you want to hire me or just, have me.
And do you do
give a
private
tour.
tours too?
We do private tours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, and I know your seasons vary, so you will respond even if it's not your busiest season, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah, we always try to get back to people, but you never, it's just, yeah, we got a tour Friday.
Okay, good.
One coming up soon, yeah.
Well, thank you so much,
Thank you so much.
Giovanni. This
I
was
appreciate it.
wonderful. I loved having you on the show.
I'm also honored.
And thank you from Entertainment Plus, and find us on Facebook.